good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. Wait, AD!
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Slam.
11. I got this.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 11.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check 31, check 31.
Hey, gun.
Hold.
Set up.
They run it with Carson. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here we go.
The
here we
last
go.
run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get off the field.
12, fellas. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got to step it up. Check 37, check 37.
65. Clock.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. He's counting me.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Showing up.
13.
General West.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here we go.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert.
Check 43.
13.
57 to Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
To Mike. Check the outs.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
White 80. Easy.
I'm coming after you. Wide. Get wide.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Take 2 of them.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you're worried about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, Eckler. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Let's go!
53, check 53. I'm trying to collect. Slam.
Take 2 of them.
Now the Card's going to call another timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, 54. Mike 54. Hey, get away from him. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Bandit.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And Watson has it right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
1st and 10.
Here we go. 80. I got this. Switch. Hey, gun.
57 to Mike.
Hey, come on, hot.
On first down, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long, Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
It's now 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 21.
On 3rd down, Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Carson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, Foxtrot. 36. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Third and 2, now Roethlisberger. It's caught, Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Got to spin. Check. Hey, orbit.
I got you, boy.
Take both of them. 50.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Complete to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Fournette, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Black 20.
50 seconds to mine.
On second down, here's Fournette. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, go. Solid, ready?
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Sanders. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill.
11.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So don't say nothing. Go ahead.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watson. And he goes out right around the 39. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
White. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Sponge.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I got you. 21.
Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The 47-yard line.
Black 80.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
57 Mike. Here we go.
Quarter.
Here I come again.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
180. Hey, watch the slant.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Man left. 57 to Mike. 50.
Hey.
Check 52.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Funches has it complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way that pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Here we go. Jim. Watch twist. I got you.
They run with Morris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on first and 10.
Rush in. Rush two. Hey, gun. White. Hey, check Mike 56. Hey, go. Hey, watch the leg. Lock.
This is Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Watch the screen.
The They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Another run with Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! 1, Omaha.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
57.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. That's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
3 down, 3 down. Check, 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 check.
1, Omaha. Go ahead.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to. When you get a chance to call it.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Vikings! Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hey, gun.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. They'll run the screen with Carson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 22-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
6. 12. 21. Here we go. 11.
Garoppolo to throw. Buying time to his left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 6-man. Check man.
Here's Carson, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch gears. Switch on travel. 11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
11. Check 13.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 180!
I got it. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
2. I got this. 5.
Here we go, D. All day.
Now Garoppolo. Jordan Reed has it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 180! Hey, gun.
Slant. Check safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right.
21. Go. I got this.
57's the Mike. Rock 57. Here we go.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And this one complete to Reed. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
I got one.
21.
10. 6.
Twist. Hey, gun.
To throw is Garoppolo. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.